Hello, I'm Craig Barton and welcome to this Tips for Teachers video. Now, across Tip for Teachers, we've already spoken quite a bit about mini whiteboards. For me, the go-to video on this was my conversation with Adam Boxer, where he spoke for about 20-25 minutes about his routine for mini whiteboards, why he uses them, how he uses them, loads of tips. It's absolute gold dust. But in this short video, I just wanted to go a little bit deeper, if that's possible, into routines for using mini whiteboards. When used well, I truly believe mini whiteboards can be one of the most powerful tools as a classroom teacher we have available to us. I go back to what Adams, I think it was his head of department, said to him, or the person observing him. Why would you ever ask a question and get the response of one student when you could get the responses of 25 or 30 students? And for me, that's kind of the end of the story of why we should use tools like mini whiteboards for getting all our students thinking and seeing all their responses. But if you're a mini whiteboard user yourself, you'll have seen quite a few things can go wrong. If we take a look at this picture, I mean, I don't know what's going on here with this wonky A, but that's not the worst thing. At the back here, you might not be able to quite see it, but I think there's a rabbit going on there. I'm not sure that was quite the answer the teacher was looking for. So a while ago, I was lucky enough to attend one of the best workshops I've ever been to. It was run by my very good friend, Dani Quinn, the former head of maths at Michaela School. And if you know anything about Michaela and anything about Dani, you'll know they go deep into routines. They leave no stone uncovered. In this workshop, Dani shared a booklet that Michaela uses. And in that booklet, there was an excerpt about mini whiteboards. And I wanted just to share this with you here. The first few lines, so lines 9 to 13 are for teachers, and then lines 14 to 28 are what's reproduced in the student booklets. You might want to just pause the video at this stage so you have a chance to read this, and then I'll just pick out a few points that I thought were fascinating. Okay, if you had a chance to read it, right, let's chat about it. First, this goes into some detail, right? As I say, no stone is left unturned. I'll just do a few things that I thought were fascinating. I never thought to do something like this. The position of the whiteboard on the desk, if we think of students' desks, there's potential for them to get quite cluttered. They've got a book, they've got a mini whiteboard, they've got a mini whiteboard pen, maybe if it's maths, they've got a calculator, they've got a pencil case and so on. I really like this. We place the boards right on top of our work so we don't waste time. And as soon as we take the pen out, we put the lid on top. All these things that seem minor, but when lids are rolling around the place, they've lost the lids, they start to eat up time of our lessons and lead to disruption. I really like this. If you've seen my Tips for Teachers video about routines for diagnostic questions, you'll know I'm a big fan of this. Not just saying to students, don't show your answer to anybody, but justifying why. And I think that's a lovely justification for it. I like this. We saw in that previous picture, some of the writing was so small it's hard to see. I can't see it the best of times. So writing large, clear writing, well, why? Well, so the teacher can clearly see our answers. It's going deep into the routine and providing a justification. I like this as well. What I've done in the past with this one is I've said, put your pens down so I know that you're ready to show me your answer. So I know that you've finished. The problem with that is you put the pen down, the pen could roll off, it takes time, you put the lid on and so on. And then the student is then going to pick the board up and blah, blah, blah. But I really like this hover. So the students are primed and ready so they can just whip the board up when the teacher says. That's just, again, a tiny thing. And I love this as well. Again, I would have never thought of this. We use both hands so it doesn't wobble. Nothing worse than a wobbly board. It's wobbling and it's distracting, but it's also then it makes it harder for the teacher to see. So I just thought that was great. So it's one thing designing and thinking deep about routines like this. Then it's communicating it to the kids with justifications. And then, of course, it's practicing and revisiting these time and time again. And I've shared a teacher tip video about this, about retrieving routines that you can look up as well. So what do you think about that? Do you go that deep into mini whiteboard use? I know I certainly don't. Could you make use of that? Was that useful to you? If so, please like the video and subscribe to the Tips for Teachers YouTube channel and visit tipsforteachers.co.uk where you'll find more tips like this. Thanks so much for watching.